Hello there, welcome to another talk. Today's talk is called Meditation. Meditation. Today's one is called Talk on Astral World, Dreams, Twin Flames, and Outer Body Experiences. And they all relate. You know, for me, what happened to me was I had an unexpected spiritual awakening at the age of 24. I'm 35 now. 36 on October 22nd. And open when I had that awakening, it happened because I sat down one day and had enough of everything. I decided, you could say, that enough was enough. And I didn't really know what was happening. Obviously, I wasn't researching this kind of stuff. I wasn't looking for it. I didn't know anything about it. And a lot of knowledge actually had developed by the time I worked out that it was actually called a spiritual awakening. And I get new ones every other day. When I got the first one, and after that it was new spiritual awakenings every other day. And it's like I always say, that a spiritual awakening doesn't show you what you want, but it shows you what you need. Gives you what you need. And astral world, in the awakening, you realise, that you're, part of that infinity, which is the astral world, the dream world, and I threw twin flames out there because, some people are on that journey. Not everyone. It depends on, not everyone has got that journey, you see. For example, you get some gurus that are all alone. And, for example, a Buddhist that is, not allowed to touch any women or look at women in a romantic way. They're still in the spiritual journey. And of course, the spiritual awakening itself is an outer body experience. And in that, I realised that, in fact, I think my awakening was very non-dual. I didn't know what it was called that at the start. And, so you think it's an outer body experience, but you're just returning to the core, which is nothingness. At some point, there has to be non-existence. So you're merely just nothing, having an experience of being aware, an experience of awareness. So you can't really have an outer body experience because there is no body, really. There's the perception which comes with the spacesuit. You see? We think that we are our experience. We think that we are the labels that we're given. And from word go, we're just repeating back. We're just repeating back what we're told to repeat back. Born into a world, and we're repeating, and the surroundings is telling us something, and then our perceptions molds in accordance to that. Then when you get that big spiritual awakening, unexpected like mine, then you start going on a completely different path. It's a bit like that movie They Live. you know, and that's like symbolic of like what it's like to awaken. But you know, there's different levels of awakening as well. You see, what you know, with me it was, you know, I know, like I said a moment ago, a non-dual awakening. And you start connecting with the astral world. You start connecting with your higher self. You see, and so for me, you know, it was like this. You know, spiritual awakening itself, when you've not had that before, is an outer body experience. And once you get that, it's like something cracks open, and then you're on this journey now. And you were completely asleep before. It's like you were under a spell or under hypnosis. You see? And all you're doing is you're awakening to the core of what you are, and then you realize I'm not these labels, I'm not these, you know, anything that I'm told. And you're awakening to the fact that you're just, like I said earlier, nothingness having a dream of being aware, which means that the infinite nothing in itself is awareness in its entirety. It's the one awareness. That's how everything's all one, because it's one infinite nothing. You can only ever have one infinite nothing. And you might ask, where does the twin flames fit into it? Well, like I said earlier, it's not everyone that's on that journey. It'd be a bit boring, I think, you know, if everyone was on the same path. But, uh, you know, some people are on that pathway. Depends on what your soul contract is. You see, and I don't want to interfere with people's beliefs too much. You know, some people might think it's the other half of their soul. If it's a more non-dual awakening, they might have a different way of looking at it. So, you know, without saying too much about it, you know, twin flame is just an other element of you. It's just an other element of the one infinite nothing, the one infinite source, the one infinite love, and it's another way for the one infinite power that is, which is within you, to express itself. So romance, you know, is a great way of doing that, you see. And then through that, people that are on that pathway can then realize that's what the universe is, and God in general. You see. And you know, this relates to like tantric awareness and kundalini and all that kind of things. And you know, of course, you know, to create life, you would have to have that kind of power, of course. Uh, and I think people in general are misunderstood. They think that anything of, also, you know, I want to say of the adult variety is the devil. And this is a mind trick as well. It's not true. You know. Of course, I would also say that, you know, children should not be told this. You know, you know, adult variety, as I just mentioned. You know, so you know, I've said this before, that I believe there's two forces. I think there's a real force, and there's an imposter force. And I'll just let you work, whoever listening, watching this, work out yourself which is the right one and which is not. Because, of course, the truth cannot be told, it must be realized within yourself. But yeah, this is what I started to go through, and it's happened on the planet. People or waking up, spiritually awakening on different levels. That's what's happening. And you're chosen because you choose to be chosen. It's not that someone is more special, the power is within you. You know, and you know, as I've said about twin flames, it's not for everyone. Soulmates, or some people prefer to be alone, or, you know, it depends on your path. But ultimately, you're creating it yourself. You know, you create your own reality. There's so many different timelines that we're going on every day without realizing it. So it's a question of what is meant for your spiritual growth in this lifetime. Twin flame might not be appropriate. It depends on where you are, and it's ultimately your soul consciousness, your soul that has organized it. But of course, it can be changed. And how you make this connection with your soul is to tune into your higher self. Like I said at the start of the talk, at the age of 24, I had enough of everything. And then the awakening, cut long story short, now you're connecting with the higher self. The higher self is like, imagine a version of you that is out in space. And that is the middleman or middle woman between you and source. Aliens, or, you know, whatever you believe in. And on the ascension path, it's about stages, it's about understanding. Things like tantric awareness, kundalini, these are levels. They're within you, within everyone, but the healing has to happen. The more you heal, the more unconsciousness is released, and you're tapping in, you're aligning with your higher self more and more. And that's when these natural spiritual energies start to awaken within you. And it'll just happen more and more the more you let go. And so the more that we let go, heal, the more that you're ascending to who you truly are. You see? And tantric awareness, things like that, that's twin flames, or there's just other different elements of the same thing you're on. You're on a certain pathway, and as you heal, you are becoming back to what you really are. So consider it like infinite, limitless euphoria, ecstasy. It's blocked because of the fact that people have unconscious issues from different lives they've had on this planet, or other planets for that matter. You see? It's like I've said about presence awareness, that's just a natural evolution thing. You know, that will happen more and more. We don't have to try to be this or that. You know? And so everything is just as it should be. And that's what's happened on the planet. Ultimately, is there's a spiritual awakening, mass awakening happening. And what people call the chosen ones, they're only chosen because they choose to be chosen. And I'm just going to leave it there. For latest updates, talks, news, research, and much, much more, please do visit my website at www.lovelightfamily.com. Thank you.